Hello, everyone. Welcome or welcome back. My name is Debbie. This is the Mind, Body, Soul Evolution, and hello to my lovely Earth signs. So this is our Taurus, our Virgo, and our Capricorn. This is your reading for the month of July, and we have three decks. We have the Fairies deck. We have a lot of stuff happening in July, so let's make sure we don't forget to include some magic. We have our traditional Rider-Waite tarot, because I think we need to get a little grounded. And we have the light keepers oracle deck. Now I'm going to pull up what I have written, and I read it in the other signs, but I want to make sure I don't forget anything. July is a very, very busy month, and I want to make sure I give you all the information. But how are our earth signs? So I'll start off with everything changes, right? And it's meant to change. And everything is relationship. Right? Everything in your life is relationship, whether it is your friends, your family, your job, your home, money, right? It's all relationship. And these next couple years, we're really being called to the front, and we're being asked to address what relationship are you ready to heal? What is really the most valuable thing to you? And as our earth signs, you are the foundation. You are the pentacles in the tarot, right? So that's money, right? That is the structure. They are the things that we absolutely need to survive. You need to make money. And through the years and through the however long we've been on this earth in human form, that's always subjectable. We started off in a place of, survival, right? Just getting by, just having some shelter, figuring out what food to eat. Then as time evolved, we went from survival to getting a job. Jobs started to appear, and I had a job whether we liked it or not. Most people did not, but it was a job. It was steady income. They knew what was coming in, so they can kind of get a better grasp on their life. And then from there was higher education, and we were more career driven. And that was usually decided on what paid the best money, or what education could you afford, what higher education could you afford. Now we're in a phase of moving in the direction of our life path, right? Not necessarily what the degree will get us in the higher education, but following the internal compass within. So we are evolving, and we're being asked to evolve again and some more. So with these elements happening in July, some of that may come to the surface for you, so I thought I would bring that up. So I just want to read, because I have all my stuff written out. So, our earth signs, again, this is for all of our earth signs. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, this is for your sun, moon, rising, and for your Venus. So, the summer, July 25, right, there's several notable events. We have Mercury going retrograde, and a Mercury cazimi, and a meteor shower. So let's break it down. Uranus will enter Gemini on July 7th, and it will stay there until the year 2033. And there will be a little back and forth, but it will ultimately land there in 2023. So, and this is going to happen just 10 days prior to Mercury going retrograde. So what can we expect? Disruptions in communication. And it could be your cell phones and that kind of thing, or it could be the way you're presenting yourself. Or maybe you're trying to say something and you can't get your point across, right? So it's a time to slow down, take notes, write things out, especially if you're having trouble communicating to someone, or if they're having trouble understanding what you're trying to say. So we're going to have disruptions in the way we communicate. Technology and our thoughts are also offering opportunities for change and innovation. So again, a lot is changing. The way we move through this world is changing. The way we earn our money and the foundations that we need to survive, which is why I bring this up more so in the earth signs, right? Because you are the foundation. You set, Taurus sets, Aries comes in, they clear the ground, then Taurus sets the actual first foundation for us. So with Uranus and Gemini, we're being asked to be a little more adaptable and embrace new ideas. Especially there's a lot of stuff coming up with artificial intelligence, the media, the way transportation, the way we get from one place to another is changing. Right? We're no longer walking. We are no longer in a horse and carriage. Right? We have automobiles, trucks, planes, trains. We have electric vehicles that were not done in the way we travel. We have boats or whatever other forms of transportation there are, right? Bicycles maybe. That's all starting to change. So we're being asked to keep an open mind, even if it feels like it's a lot, or we don't agree with it, or we don't understand it. We are moving forward for sure. So let me see. Again, so artificial intelligence, right? Media, transportation. But we're also going to see revolutionary breakthroughs and changes when it comes to technological advancements. And all of this is going to break us free. We're going to be released from stagnation. Like we can get into patterns. I am very good at getting into patterns, although people who take my yoga class would probably disagree with that. But we like pattern, we like routine, but that can keep us stuck. So, and for our earth signs, that's really important, right? Because you are foundational. Your whole job is to dig your feet in, to be the support system. So we're going to be breaking through from some of that stagnation, which means some of our structures are going to be questioned. So we have a full moon in Capricorn on July 10th. So that is highlighting our focus of career, ambition, and authority, because we know Capricorn in the zodiac they are the royalty. Right? They're the hierarchy of the royalty. So it's going to be highlighting all these things, what you think about it, what you feel about it, or your relationship in general to your career, your ambitions, and your authority. Some of us might decide we've been too ambitious and we need to take a step back. And some of us, there's going to be a fire lit and we're going to go, full on. Mercury, again, is going retrograde from July 17th until August 11th. So retrogrades are always a time for reflection, rejuvenation, reevaluating where you're at, what you're doing, revisiting past issues, and maybe planning for new projects, but not making any major decisions on anything. Right? Allow yourself some reflection, and listen, it is summer. So although summer is fueled by the sun, the heat, we have a lot of energy. You don't have to, though, move so quickly. You can bask and enjoy the energy and the sun and the fun without moving forward too quickly. On July 20th, Mars conjoins the South Node in Virgo. So this is, again, asking us to look at old patterns, or some of it may be a little bit confrontational. So we'll see if any Five of Wands makes its way in here, right? So as this joins, as Mars joins the South Node in Virgo, we're going to be confronting old patterns. We're going to be gaining awareness, and we're going to release unproductive habits, right? So anything that's not been productive, although we thought it was, but we realized, maybe that was just a waste of time. We're going to start releasing that. And again, this is a really big growth time for us. July 24th is the new moon in Leo, but that will be happening during the Mercury Retrograde. And July 28th and 29th, we have meteor showers. And July 30th, Mercury will be cazimi with the sun. So this is a really powerful time for insights, like those aha moments, inspiration, and gaining clarity as to your relationship, to which area of your life you feel like you want to work with, or that needs enhancing, shifting, or changing. So that's a big intro. Taurus. Let's start off with Taurus. Let's pull a fairy card. This is why I pulled out the fairy cards, right? Let's not forget that in the face of change and uncertainty and being uprooted, right, there's magic in that. And all of that is a form of redirection. So during the retrograde, a lot of us will be redirected, myself as well. And we just, sometimes you don't have to do anything. You just see where the energies are taking you. And maybe you just go for the ride. So Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus. Let's see what the fairies hold for you for the month of July. You have the card of sexuality. Well, there you go, Taurus. Okay. Let's see what this says. I just find this really amusing because most Tauruses that I know would be going, pull another card, Deb. So, get in touch with your fun side. Let me see. Your sexual self needs some attention. By drawing this card, you are urged to be honest with yourself about your sexuality and to take appropriate steps. Maybe getting a little creative, right? Sexuality is an important part of life, not just to our physical self, but also to our emotional and spiritual selves. The fairy realm understands the unique joy that comes from sexual experiences. They know about the divine light that is created when you merge with a beloved partner. They understand the release that sexuality brings about. By drawing this card, you are being guided to heal any sexual issues that may have arisen from negative experiences. If you were ever sexually abused, this card may signal a call for help from your inner self. You may be directed to seek professional counseling or a support group to overcome negative sexual or body issues, or to heal a sexual unsatisfying relationship. And that's one thing that we don't want to talk about, right? Everything is great with our partners and we get along with our money and our interests, but let's face it, like this, the sexual relationship isn't fulfilling. That's something that we need to address. That's probably the one thing that we don't address. And the fairies will guide you to the appropriate resources so that you can be truly free to express the dynamic aspects of your sexuality. Your affirmation: my sexual self is attractive, healthy, and able to experience great pleasure. There you go, Taurus. Taurus, I want to know how this goes for you guys. I am so amused right now. Let's pull our tarot cards for our Taurus. Again, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and your Venus. This is for the whole month of July. Happy July, everyone. I'm filming this on July 1st, so happy Canada Day to my friends in the North. I'm so honored to know you and to be part of your beautiful journey in this life, in this world at this time. So let's see. What does the tarot hold for our Taurus friends? And we'll see what comes up, right? All the cards. We're not going to take them all. That would be a lot. Although the World did come out, so we'll see if that actually comes out in your reading. Death. Transformation, right? A rebirthing per se. Letting go of the old, shedding the old, right? And we just talked about that. So releasing unproductive habits. Habits that we thought were productive. Because sometimes we don't realize we're not being productive or that something is not suiting us. Until we change it and we go, oh, wait a minute. That was in my way. So now let's just see. The Star came up. 2 major arcana cards have appeared for you, Taurus, in the face-up position. So that's pretty insightful. The Devil. This is gonna Taurus, I'm having so much fun right now with your reading. I don't know what it means. We'll figure it out, though. Don't worry about it. We'll get you there. So Devil is just, again, letting go, right, of unproductive habits, releasing unproductive habits. What are you holding on to that is holding you back? What are you holding on to that you know is not good for you, right? What loop do you keep doing that's getting you nowhere? So if you want to go on a walk or a hike, but you dream about it in your mind, but you don't actually do it, or you're on the treadmill at the gym, which is fine. I mean, it's really hot right now here, but you actually have to get outside if you want to actually do that hike. I mean, the incline on the treadmill is fine, but I just find it a little boring. The moon. Okay, major arcana on the bottom. So the things that you keep hidden is the theme for your reading, Taurus. So, or the things that you keep very private, and we're all entitled to have things that we keep just to ourselves. But this could also mean things you don't want to see. But let's see. Okay. Oh, okay. This is good. Six of Wands, the Death, and the Fool. I'm going to pull all the cards over because I want to get the full picture. You're in full, right? Death and the Fool. New beginnings. Death is the rebirthing card, right? And things never truly die. And they say people will pass away. My aunt just passed away. But their body passes. Their body stops. The essence of who we are, it never stops. It transmutes, it transforms into the next thing. So whatever this is, right, you're going in a new direction. You're starting a new journey. So let's see. Okay, Two of Wands, King of Swords, gaining clarity. Oh, you have the Tower. You have the Tower and you have the Star. The Star comes right after the Tower and the Moon. I think for you guys, we may have to pull some extra cards for our Taurus friends. So Six of Wands, the Death, and the Fool. So you're recognizing that it's time to make a change. You're recognizing that you're on the edge. A lot of you are already recognizing you're on the edge of something that feels really big. Some of you may know what it is, and some of you may not. And I'm really not getting a feeling here as to what. This doesn't feel like it's about a romantic relationship or a job. I think it's more in the mental space, because you have the King of Swords. There's great clarity coming your way. But you already know that. So some of you may already be somewhat preparing, either in your mind or somewhere in your unconscious, your subconscious self, and that soul self of yours. You're already preparing, because there's a lot of recognition here that you are ready for this change, and you're moving. Some of you are going to be moving forward into something you don't even know, you have no experience with. And here's the thing: you have the Star, the Two of Pentacles, and the Devil. You have faith, right? You have the fullest faith in yourself. That as you start to juggle and balance this new direction you're moving into, that it's time to let go. It's time to let go of whatever it was that was keeping you stuck. It could be that you had a contract and you had to fulfill the requirements of that contract. It could be that other people, out of obligation, we stay because of other people. Or maybe it's your mind. I think it's more your mindset, though, because you have the Eight of Pentacles, the King of Swords, and the Tower. These are very powerful cards. You've been working really hard. And a lot of you, I think, Taurus, this is behind the scenes. Not showing everybody what you're doing. Not telling everyone what's going on in here. And then as the more you start working, the more clarity towards the life that you're trying to create, the more clarity you gain. Like this king is the only king in the tarot who faces straight forward. The other ones, they're looking side to side, whatever. He's straightforward. He's very direct. He's got clarity. He's leaning forward with logic and consciousness. There is no fluff around him. He is not being held back by the past. He's not worried about taking a new direction. Again, right, 2 new direction cards back to back. He's very clear that he's moving forward, and he's moving forward with a lot of confidence. As soon, Taurus, this is not the first time this has come up and for the July readings. As soon as you get that clear insight and you own this for yourself, anything, any obstacle that you've been holding on to is going to be released, whether it is a big tremor or a little tremor, but you're going to be ready for it. It's kind of like it was a secret wish inside of you. Like maybe you didn't want to do it yourself, but you wanted something or someone else to help you to like clear the path, because you know you have someplace to be. You know you have an important journey to take, right? You know you're done with the past. There's a lot of confidence coming through for our Taurus friends. I do want to pull out the other deck. I haven't done this with anyone else, but I do want to pull out the other deck for our Taurian friends and see what else the other deck pulls up for you, because this is like a non-hesitation thing, which is really unusual. But again, Taurus, right? Your first card out of the gate is sexuality, right? Let's dive in head first. Some of this is going to feel like it's out of character for you, but it's going to feel like it should have been all the time or all the while. So let's just see if there's any clarity that wants to come up for our Taurian friends, and then we'll close off your reading with your Oracle card. But I think, Taurus, you've been waiting, you've been expecting this. And I don't think there's going to be a lot of surprises. Maybe you might surprise yourself. And who knows? Who knows where this is going to lead you? Taurus, our earth signs tend to be very serious, because they have a responsibility, right? They are the structure of everything, the actual physical structure. And they feel a sense of responsibility for the safety and the well-being for everyone. So the direction you're moving into, Taurus, might be completely out of alignment with that. And you know what? And that's okay. That's okay. You can be somewhat out of alignment. And what you think is out of alignment, I should say. And hit your goal clearly. And that's going to come up because we have the Two of Swords. Okay. There's 3 cards. Ace of Cups. Right? We are in July, Cancer. That's all about your emotions, your family, your home, your intuition. We have the Two of Swords face up. Page of Wands. 8 of Pentacles. The Page of Wands, there is been this burning desire in our Taurian friends. That's like, I've been wanting to do this for a long time. And again, once you get that clarity, right? Once that King of Swords pops up and you kind of say, like, I'm ready, the universe will move mountains to make it happen. And just like, where'd he go? The Fool. The Fool has no information. He's off on a new journey. He's all happy. The Two of Swords. She doesn't know where she's going, right? She can't see, right? She is blindfolded, but her arrow is pointed straight ahead. She's got a clear path and a clear vision here in her intuitive space. She doesn't have to see it with these eyes because she has formed the narrative and the story in her third eye, in her subconscious self, which means that is coming from your soul self. This is a quest or a journey that is part of the innate you. So she doesn't need to see. She is laser focused. Like the arrow is pointing straight ahead. She knows exactly where she's going. That's why the Fool is like very happy-go-lucky. He's like, yeah, this is fine. It doesn't matter because I have it within me. I've already been planning this. 8 of Pentacles. 2 8 of Pentacles. Again, double confirmation when the same card comes up in two different decks. It's like everything that you've been nurturing, everything that you've been working on is starting to grow into its completion. It's coming full circle. This is fabulous, Taurus. And you have the Ace of Cups on the bottom. There's a lot of intuition guiding you here. This is a great reading, Taurus. I cannot wait to hear, if you would, if you want to put it in the comments, like what happens for you this July. And it does not necessarily mean that the journey itself will be complete, but the journey is going to be opening pretty broadly for you this month. So yeah, even during the Mercury retrograde. And sometimes that's when some of the biggest changes happen. So this is our Keepers of the Light Oracle deck. And let's see what Keeper of the Light is guiding our Taurian friends for the month of July. Yeah, happy summer. Happy summer. Taurus, you have Odin, Psychic Insight, right? Now you just had Ace of Cups, so your intuitive awakening here. You're guided with your intuition. And then Odin, Psychic Insight. Your third eye is open. See truth for what it is. Follow your intuition. We're going to go back to the sexuality card because, yeah, and there's a lot of taboo about sex and all this other stuff. Listen, you can feel about things how you feel about them. But the thing is sex in and of itself is a huge release. It's a physical release. It is an emotional release. It can be a mental release. So those of us who need to, release things like, let your sexuality be a portal to help you to ignite. And once we release things, we open space for other things to come in, like your intuition, like your psychic abilities. Odin. And just look how strong he is. He looks, where'd he go? Right? Kind of like a King of Swords. Definitely a higher level entity, right? Odin is the North All-Father God who is revered to the present day. He is a powerful, all-seeing, all-knowing God. His twin flame is Freya, and like her, he has a raven totem. The story goes that he surrendered one of his eyes at a mystical spring called Mimir so that he could gain the wisdom of the ages. No, you don't have to surrender your eyes, Taurus. He is a strong but somewhat wild character. Strong but somewhat wild. Just saying. Who helps us reawaken our natural psychic instincts and open our third eye so we can look beyond the physical senses and into the spiritual realm. He also helps us recognize that it's okay to have insights into what's happening next. After all, we are the creators of our path. Odin guards the runic alphabet too and works closely with signs, symbols, and omens. So if any of you work with runes, generally I do not, but if you do, start working with them a little more. If you do not have runes or don't know what they are, do some research on them. Get yourself some runes, because Taurus, this is going to be very powerful for you. Hopefully that has been helpful for our Taurian friends. Let's put all these cards back into the deck. Taurus, you opened us up with a powerful reading. Well, thank you. Thank you for that energy, for that insight, because what you do, right, sparks and moves on to the other signs. So let me get all these back in here. And you will go to Virgo. How's Virgo today? Happy, what day is today? Tuesday? Happy July, Virgo. Today is July 1st. So let's see what fairies are guiding, what the fairy guidance is for our Virgo friends for this month of July. Here we go, right away. Financial flow. Oh my goodness, look at that. Look at that. Financial, well, there you go, right? Financial flow. What is it all about? Okay, there was no question here. And again, this is for our Virgo sun, moon, rising, for your Venus. Financial flow, and it says, you have manifested a new sense of abundance in your life. Any financial blocks have successfully been removed, and you are now in the flow of increased prosperity. So congratulations. Your finances are moving up to a new level. You have been praying for increased flow and have been visualizing greater wealth. Your positive thoughts and desires have resulted in a rich vein of abundance coming your way. This good fortune not only applies to money, but also to increased opportunities in your personal and professional life. The fairies, who are supreme experts in manifestation, advise you to keep a positive and joyful heart as you experience your wonderful new state. Continually affirm, I graciously accept good into my life right now, and I deserve abundance. So your affirmation is, I am financially secure, I am supported abundantly today and every day in my future. Wow. Well, okay, Virgo. There you go. Let's see what the tarot holds for our Virgo friends for the month of July. Let's see what kind of financial information comes your way. So here's the thing, right? Taurus was kind of going in a completely new direction, right? Taking chances, knowing, following the intuitive guide that it's time to go someplace else and have new experiences, more exciting experiences. And now the pathway opens for our Virgo friends for financial flow. So let's see. Virgo, what does the tarot hold for you for this month of July? Okay. So far, Virgo, all your cards are face down. A little mystery here. Justice card face up, and my Major Arcana card face up. So for some of you, that could be winning. If you have a lawsuit in place, Temperance. If you've been waiting for a payout, that might be making its way to you. On the bottom, Knight of Swords, excitement, enthusiasm, ready to move forward. But let's see what the rest of the cards hold. You have two Major Arcanas face up, Justice and Temperance. Temperance, balance, alchemizing, though, the ability to create what you want. So let's see. Ace of Cups, King of Cups, Three of Wands, Three of Pentacles, Five of Pentacles, Page of Wands, Seven of Cups. So you have a little bit of fire energy. You have fire, earth, and water. And a little bit of air. Aces are always opportunities, right? For some of you, this could be a bit of a romantic venture, because you have the King of Cups, who is like the most romantic king of the deck, right? He just likes to woo and to stir. But don't let that fool you. He is fully in charge of his emotions. They are in check. They do not get out of control. It's not like his emotions are going to be like a tsunami. He keeps them very well in check, but he lets himself be guided with his intuition and his emotions. So we have 3 of Wands, 3 of Pentacles. 3 of Wands is starting to put plans into place for a new dream. 3 of Pentacles is, how can I manifest this and make this happen? So this is, again, you only have 2 Pentacles though, which is really surprising, since you have a financial flow. You have a dream. How can you make this happen, this dream happen? Who can help you get there? What resources do you need to call upon? Do you need to call upon a financial planner? Do you need to get in touch with an accountant, a CPA? Do you need to take a look at whatever it is you need to take a look at, right? So you're planning, right? You have this inspiration. Now you're starting to plan. You have this intuition coming in. Right? And intuition is really strong, right? It's not out of control. It's very much aligned with your prosperity flow. Now you're starting to, it's beyond just a thought, an idea. You're starting to put pen to paper and plan this out. And that's, how can I get this to happen? 5 of Pentacles. As you start moving forward, especially if the idea of money coming in is a new concept for you, or if it's a little hard for you to hold on to it, don't let yourself get caught up in, like, this can't happen for me, or I don't know how to do this, or is this the right path for me? Don't let yourself get caught up in old patterns or old thought processing. Page of Wands, Justice. You know you deserve this, right? You've been dreaming about this for a long time. You absolutely deserve what's coming to you. Again, the dream, 7 of Cups. This is your dream card. Right after that is the Temperance, balance, but it's alchemizing and creating from the dream into the reality, right? Finally letting it come into play. Finally, everything that's been stirring at your heartstrings is starting to come forward. A little hiccup, maybe. Or this could also be, as you move forward, walking away from the past if the past starts to call you back in. Knight of Swords. You're ready. You're more than ready. Like, you are more than ready. You're really clear. You have a focus and a drive. The next card after that, 9 of Pentacles. Fulfillment, independence, luxury, comfort, stability comes from your financial flow. That comes from the seed of intuition. That comes from not letting your emotions carry you away, but allowing them to overflow, to carry you to the next phase, right? To not being afraid to dream, to figure out who can help you to make that dream into a reality. Not getting caught up in the past. Knowing your self-worth. Again, the bigger dream, the dream grows, and from that bigger dream you start to create, and you start to get, I want this but not this, and I need to do this first before I do that. It's kind of like putting the recipe together or building the house one brick at a time, and I want this color brick. I don't want that brick. That's not going to fit. Being very specific and very in tune. Because this is where you're going. This is where you're going, Virgo, right here. You have the mindset to do it. You have the desire. You have the ambition. All from these little dreams. Let's not ever discount the dreams that we have. Whether they come to us at night or whether it's something as a child that you wished for and you never thought could be possible. Right? They are very, very powerful. Let your dreams carry you away. Okay, so Virgo, you're keepers of the light. Let's see what keeper of the light is guiding you into your financial flow and the creation of your dreams for July. And again, this is probably just the beginning. If you want a deeper dive into, there's too many cards, into the whole summer, go back and watch your individual video for the whole summer. That might give you a little more clarity and might raise some more questions. And that's okay too. I'm always a fan of more questions. That means you're being inquisitive. That means you're kind of seeking. You're paying a little more attention. It also means that you're believing. Okay. Mary Magdalene. I pulled this card for myself the other day. Mary Magdalene, teacher awakens. You have something important to share. Follow the inner call. Don't let anything stop you, right? The inner call, the dream, right? Putting it into play. Where's our dream card at? The bigger dream. And let's see what this says. I will read it for you guys, although I pulled it for myself the other day, which is a very powerful card. So we all know who Mary Magdalene was, right? On that note, I will just say something really quick. Everything that was written about Mary Magdalene is not true. I'll just say that. Everything written about Mary Magdalene is not accurate. The same. We don't have a full picture of who Mary Magdalene actually was, but we do know from spiritual texts that she was a great visionary and teacher with clairvoyant abilities because she was able to see angels and the soul of her twin flame master, Jesus. After he had passed away, she had also had the ability to shake up crowds of people to bring their hearts and minds back to the highest good. She now devotes time to supporting us in bringing about the radical changes the earth needs in order to prosper. And the world is going through radical change right now. Sometimes we have to go through the junk, peel out the junk to get to the good stuff though. She also encourages those to feel the need to teach this joy of spirit. Mary is a rebel heart in many ways. She helps those light workers who feel restricted by opinions of others to step up and speak their truth. You have a strong desire to share what you have learned. You may feel people will dismiss you or ridicule you, but don't worry. Mary Magdalene is here to guide you through this process. Your vulnerability is actually your greatest strength because you are trusting the power of your soul. And that part of you can never be broken. What are you teaching the world, Virgo? What are you teaching the world? This is great. Virgo, let us know in the comments or reach out if you want any more clarity. And again, if this has raised more questions, let it. And explore those questions because questions lead to more answers. Sometimes they lead to more questions, but eventually they lead you in a whole new direction. Like you have a lot of abundance, prosperity, a lot of flow, a lot of inner knowing. So that is for our Virgo friends. Let's go on to our Capricorn. How's Capricorn today? Let's pull your fairy card. Let's see what fairy energy is guiding our Capricorns in the month of July. A nice hot sweltering. It's pretty warm here today. We have thunderstorms that are rolling in. So, yeah, let's see what the fairies hold for our Capricorn friends. And you have follow your dreams. Oh my goodness. This is like such a magical reading for everyone. Look at that. Follow your dreams, Capricorn. And again, this is Capricorn Sun, Moon, Rising for your Venus. Follow your dreams, Capricorn. Meditate on your heart's desire. Rearrange your schedule so that you're spending time in ways that are truly meaningful to you. Sometimes it's difficult to know what you truly desire. You have so many outside influences as well as personal fears tugging at you, demanding, pay attention to me. You wait for a free moment that you could devote to your dreams, goals, and aspirations, yet that moment never seems to arrive. The fairies ask you to take charge of your schedule. First, they ask you to meditate on your heart's desire. Make a list of 5 priorities in your life. Then write down a schedule in ink so that you'll spend the necessary time engaged in these activities. It's not important what you specifically do during these times. What's most important is that you invest time and energy in that which makes you happy and fulfilled. Your affirmation for our Capricorns: I deserve the best. I take charge of my schedule and my life. If that is not a leadership royalty call, right? Very nice. So follow your dreams. Take charge, Capricorn. And this is what you do. You're really good at delegation, right? You are really good at that. You know what needs priority, what needs your focus, and what someone else can handle for you. So let's see what the Tarot holds for our Capricorn friends. Too many cards. For the month of August, and we'll see what's calling here. 2 cards, okay. So far, all the cards are face down. And we'll see if anything pops up. Maybe not. Maybe you'll be the big mystery of the day, Capricorn. And that's fine. I love a little mystery. Okay. On the root of the deck, 6 of Pentacles. Reward, recognition, right? Like the center of attention. But of course. Death. Here we go. Death. 9 of Cups. The Hierophant. Let's keep going here. The Lovers. The Chariot. 2 of Wands. Queen of Pentacles. 3 of Wands. Ace of Wands. Oh my goodness. You have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 major arcanas. Death. Right away. You have Death, Hierophant, the Lovers, and the Chariot. The Chariot comes right after. Oh my goodness. You have the Hierophant, the Lovers, and the Chariot. They all go in sequence in the major arcana. So things are going to start laying themselves out in a specific order for you. So death, right? You're transforming in probably a much greater way than you had anticipated because you have fulfillment here. 9 of Cups, wishes coming true. Everything that you wanted is available to you. It's already within your sphere of being attainable. You're going someplace big and bold, Capricorn. The Hierophant, the Lovers, and the Chariot. The Hierophant, the counterpart for the Hierophant is the High Priestess. So for some of you, this may be divine counterpart coming in. This may be a divine counterpart coming in. Why? You're following your dreams. Once you start to lean in to your alignment, to what feels into you, like it's a huge yes, like the universe, you have no choice but to say yes. Once you start to align, and the Hierophant is all about the alignment. It's a spiritual alignment, and he is depicted as, the Pope of the Catholic Church in the Tarot, but is that definite connection to the all source, to the whole divine source. Whether you call it source, divine, God, whatever it is you call it. Well, it's not limited to something small. It is the whole. God itself is not like the wizard behind the curtain. It is not as it is exactly written in the Bible. And I know a lot of people will come at me for that. But God, the source, is the encompassing of the whole universe. The whole thing. You are tuned in to everything. Once you tune in, you become aligned. You make great choices. There could be divine counterparts coming in with you. Or I kind of get this feeling like there's this universal force pulling everything into you that you need to bring your dreams into fruition. I don't think you have to do a whole lot. There's a big magnetic force, and I feel this whole big magnetic energy floating around. And you're full steam ahead. You're just, everything is you have a clear path in front of you. There's nothing that needs to be cleared. You're straight on ahead. You're going right to the top. Queen of Pentacles, right? A lot of pentacle energy for our earth signs, but that's not surprising. You're going straight for the top. You have wishes. You have the Ace of Wands, Two of Wands, and Three of Wands. You get a source of inspiration, a little heat, a little energy, a little excitement. And you go, I wonder if. And the next thing you know, we just had the Three of Wands for our Virgo friends. You go, let me see how. And as soon as you get that out there, the Hierophant pops up and says, you want to know how? Just tune in. Listen to me. And then as soon as you start to listen, everything starts to pull itself in to make it happen. It's like this is a magical, magical, magical time for our Capricorns. A clear path ahead. You're going all the way to the top. Some of you are moving into a role of really deep public recognition. And I don't want to say just as a small thing, like not within your career or within your work. Some of you are going for really big, global, worldly recognition. Some of you are rising to this elevated place that only a few, I'm getting chills here, somebody's here, only a few have aspired to. And I don't know what that means. Our Capricorns will know. And again, this is your Capricorn Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus. There is greatness being birthed at this time. And our Capricorns are the ones to take the reins. Our Capricorns are the ones to say, I'm stepping up because this world needs me. And once you say that, everything. This could be someone in a spiritual element. It could be a religious leader, but it's definitely somebody who's in the spiritual element who is authentic. Because, some of the religious leaders out there are not authentic. It's all fluff. Not all of them, but some of them are fluff. Let's not be surprised if this is the beginning of a new hierarchy that we don't know of yet. Oh my goodness. Capricorn, I don't know what this is. My grandmother was here. She's trying to explain it to me. She was Capricorn in life, in this life. I think there's a whole new rising of a new way for the world to be governed. I don't want to say rule, but to be governed. Keep your eyes out for the Capricorns out there. Better the sun, moon, rising. Yeah. This is a big, powerful shift, Capricorn. And you are leading us into it. Again, Capricorns in astrology, they are the royalty. The royalty. So this is big movers and shakers. Okay, Capricorn. You're following your dreams. You are leading this world into a new expansion, into the next dimension for sure. Oh, man. Let's pull your light, Keepers of the Light card, and let's just see how this, what Keeper of the Light is guiding you. This is powerful, Capricorn. Wow. Yeah. There's so many entities here right now with me. And they're rejoicing. That's all I can say. Is it's a probably tacky way to say it. But they're just really happy and illuminated. So whoever you are, or collectively or cumulatively, Gaia, Mother Earth, of course. I'll show the card in a second. I'm going to pull this up. Wow. I think I'm going to cry. I think I need to cry. Be mindful of the planet. Come back to Earth. Stay grounded. Gaia is Mother Earth. She is the keeper of the light who holds the planet in her hands and heart. Her kiss is on every animal's forehead. She is the life that moves through the plants, the sweetness within the honey, and the force that encourages bees to fly. She loves, protects, and guides all beings. She asks us to love them too. How can we help them? How can we help the planet? You are blessed to receive the Great Mother card today because it shows that the earth itself, through the image of Gaia, is protecting your path. You are a strong, focused, and loving individual. Stay grounded and don't allow your imagination or ego fears to run away with you. Ensure your choices are for the highest good. Gaia is also bringing her motherly love to you and encircling you in a cocoon of peace. Gaia helps revitalize the connection and will bring healing where it is possible. If you are a mother and are worrying about these duties, know that Gaia is thanking you for your hard work. The earth is blessed to have you. So this, I don't even know if it's the meaning of the card that is pulling me. It is the actual earth itself. So let's take a look at some of our female leaders out there. There may be a rise in female leadership and how that shapes the world. In Capricorn, she will be a Capricorn sun, moon, or rising. This is great. I love it. For our earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, that is your reading for the month of July. When you put all of these together, it opens up to a whole new expansion. I'm so excited to see this for you. Questions, comments, take a deeper dive, put them reach out. My email should be somewhere in the comments. I think so. Anyway, very powerful reading. There's a lot of energy flowing around me right now. I don't even know how many beings are here with me. There's a lot. They're really excited for you to hear this message. Okay, everyone. Happy July. Sending you always so much light and love from my soul to yours.